Howdy y'all and welcome to Lac Lives. I'm Lacander and this is Lac Plays Minecraft. So I think we're gonna do a little landscaping today. I have been working most of the afternoon on this wall out here, and I got quite a bit done on it. Uh, Everything's up on the wall except for the decorations on this side and the roof on the catwalks going out the other way here. But the posts are up, the crenels are up. I think those are called crenels. All that's ready to go. And so I think it's time to dig out around the sides here. Only I don't want to do it with a shovel, so we're going to do it with TNT. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right. Because TNT makes it more fun. Mahaha. See? Much easier. Much easier. No, not so much digging. Now I am going to have to use a shovel to clean this up, of course. But, you know, it does get a large portion of it out of my way. Not that my shovel probably isn't faster anyways, I guess. I do have the crazy efficiency 4 shovel. You know, this is too high. This has got to come out of here. Can't use TNT on this part because then it'll dig down too low. But I've got 24 things of TNT. I didn't want to use the TNT we already have put aside, which is like 80 something back at the base. That we're going to use at a later date. I want to set that one up a little cooler than this. This is just going to be mindless explosions. Now, you know, I dug that little hole. I wonder if I even need that little hole. What if I just shove it in there? That do me. That'd be alright. I don't want to get too close to the wall because I don't want to damage my wall. I am blowing my torches off occasionally, though. You can see I just blew a torch off there, which is kind of funny. Apparently the flint and steel is not as fast as my shovel. Who'd have thunk? Yeah, it's not thick enough to bother with the TNTs. I really do like blowing stuff up with the TNT. Alright, let's put a hole over here. We'll light this. We'll get caught in a corner here so we get blown up. Ooh, this one looks like it might need 2 TNT. Nope, nope. Did I just pick back? Nope, I didn't. Oh, haha. I'm like, what was all that blooping noises? Did I pick it up? I didn't know if you could pick a TNT up after you lit it. I didn't think you could, but kind of sounded like I did. Alright. Tricked me into getting exploded. I don't know if these are close enough, but sometimes you can get the TNT to chain. Yeah, we got 2 chain. I didn't mean to fall down here so we couldn't see it. That wasn't as much fun as I was hoping it would be. You have to get a little closer, though, than I want with the chaining the TNT. You have to be within like 3 blocks for... I mean, look at this. This section here is even with the wall. It's terrible. It's way too close. And let's go ahead and put a piece here too. And then I want to gather up as much of the dirt as possible so we can use to fill back in these holes. Ugh. Alright, so let's see. To chain my TNT together, they gotta be really close. I don't know if that's even close enough. I think it's 3 between them. Let's see, this is probably too far down. Ooh, that's too close to my wall, too, probably. I don't want you that close to my wall. Let's move you back some. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Oh, we didn't get this one. Oh, I think we got the wall, too. Aw, man. I see a gap in the siding here. Oh, no. Nope, we didn't. That's just an area where the wall goes in. It didn't. Oh, I still got my cold. Of course, this is only Thursday. And since I've been working on this all day and I've been wanting to clean this side out today, I'm like, oh man, I just want to play with the TNT, and I don't want to do that without my viewers. Oh, we only got 9 more. One, two, three. Counting threes, sorry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this is our last round of TNT. Aw. Why do you keep going? There we go. Much better. Much better. I've been having problems with the zombies climbing up climb up the hills next to the wall here and climbing right in with me, so this definitely needed to be done. It's driving me crazy. Creepers. I had to run away from creepers on top of the wall because, you know, they can sense you're up there, and then they're like, ooh, he's building something. See, look, they blew the end of my wall off. Stupid, dirty creepers. Much better. Still need to clean this part here out. Oh, I put a little tower in the corner here. I decided it needed a tower instead of just turning a corner. And then this here's got to go. You get up there. Short's apparently on, making a gold farm at the moment. Told me he's being eaten alive by pigmen. Although I haven't seen him die, but he told me he almost died and that there were a bunch of them, so I think that's the last of the farms he doesn't have. That's, you know, easy to make without finding a spawner. Although he does have a skeleton spawner someplace. I've never been to it, but I know he's got one. Shut it. Nobody wants your kind here. Right? Am I at the right depth? Yes. I don't even have the outside of this wall done. I thought I was close to that. I thought I just had to put the fox heads on everything. So do you think I should leave the stone? I don't know. I was debating whether or not I needed to dig up the stone and plant dirt. I think I'm probably going to do that, though. Dig up the stone and plant down dirt so it can be green. Shut up, zombie. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have had to use... What did I have? 29 sticks of TNT? I do enjoy the TNT. I just wish it wasn't so hard to get. That was, oh, I'm not even going to remember. Almost 2 stacks of gunpowder right there. We just used in, like, 7 minutes. TNT is so hard to make. I think they need to change the recipe down. It's not... I don't know. It just doesn't seem that useful, I guess is the term I want to use. I mean, yeah, you can use it to dig out blocks if you're careful with it. But, I mean, I guess on PvP servers, it's nice that it doesn't, you know, just come up everywhere, but really, I don't know. 4 sand and 5 gunpowder per TNT just seems a bit much when the only source of gunpowder, stop digging those out, dummy, is, creepers. Alright, so while we're digging this out, I'm gonna tell you, so we went to a party for New Year's, and, I don't know why I'm sniffling my nose. My nose isn't running. It just feels like it is. So I keep sniffing, even though there's no need to. And, anyways, so we like to play games, like card games, and a lot of Yahtzee kind of thing. Sometimes we'll break out the Catan. Play some Settlers of Catan, however it's pronounced. And, well, it was the guy's house we went to. It was his son's birthday, so we stopped on the way over. Well, it wasn't his birthday that day. It was the day before. I think his birthday's on the 30th. And, so we went to the game section in the store and grabbed a game that looked like it might be fun. It's called Headbands, and it's basically 20 questions, but you wear this headband, and in the headband is a spot to slide a card, and so you can't see what's on the card, but everybody else can, and you have to ask questions until you can guess what's on your head. And then once you guess what's on your head, then you get 3 tokens to start with, and so one of your tokens goes back in the bag, and whoever gets rid of their tokens first wins the game. And so I thought, man, this sounds like fun. We should get that. And you know, because the kids are going to be there, so we'll play with the kids and stuff. Let me tell you what, it was ridiculous how difficult we made that game. I don't know what the deal was, but our 20 questions were ridiculous. Like, is it a tool? Is it a thing? That was one of the questions we kept asking. Is it a thing? And I'm like, dummy, you can't ask if it's a thing. After I asked if it's a thing, because it's either a thing or nothing. There isn't an in between. Oh, see, I am snorting again. And but I know, like my the guy's house we were at, he had a key on his head, and so he asked, "Is it a tool?" And we're like, "Yes, because technically it's a tool." And then uh, and then through his questions, he said, "Do you use it in the garage?" Yes, you use it in a garage. You can use it in a garage. Uh, does it have teeth? He asked. Yes, it has teeth. Is it made of metal? Yes. Does it fit in your hand? Yes. And so it took forever for him to finally guess key. Because in his head, of course, he's thinking some kind of hand tool. So I'm not sure we are mentally capable as a group of playing that kind of game for some reason, because everybody had those issues. The one guy, his was a doll, and so after asking his questions, first he got, is it soft? Yes. Is it pretty? Yes. Does it look good in tights? Yes. Is it a ballerina? Not this one, but it could be a ballerina. And can it be left on the ground? Or no, what do you say? Can you leave it on the ground? I think was one of his questions. And we're like, yeah, you can leave it on the ground. Well, can you leave it in the house? Well, yeah, you can leave it in the house. And so after getting it was small, soft, female, looks good in tights, is pretty. Can be blow up was one of the things. And so after all that, his guess was, is it a donut? You know, I almost attacked you and I don't need to. This isn't that game. Having started over on the Feed the Beast server, we are desperately in need of ender pearls at the moment. And I've probably killed like 12 or 16 endermen now. And I've gotten one. Well, no, I've gotten 0 pearls. Lego actually got the pearl for us. Oh, let's see. My first one was swing, and so I got, is it made of metal? Yes. Is it used outdoors? Yes. Is it used to carry things? And they said yes. Is it, does it have legs? Yes. Does it have rungs? Yes and no. Does it, oh, what was the other thing? Do people climb on it? So I thought it was a ladder, and it was not. I eventually got swing, but it took forever. I couldn't think for the life of me. The funniest thing was, though, was people blurting out what other people had. That was just hilarious. The daughter of the people's house we were at, she's like, I don't know, 3. And she just comes in and she's like, "There's a piano on your head," uh, which is hilarious. Oop, I just dropped my mouse. You should tell from my spinning around in circles. And apparently his gold farm is working. Uh, but then my my brother-in-law, he did the same thing, and I'm pretty sure I did the same thing. And we just, I think my sister, she had to go through 4 cards before she actually got to guess all the way through, because people kept blurting out what was on her head. Although they did blurt out that she had a piano on her head, and she didn't get that until after she answered it. Um, the funniest one to me, though, was the people's house we were at. Their oldest daughter, I don't know what she is, like 11 or 12. She her card was the moon, and so she's got stuff like, is it outdoors? Yes. Is it big? Yes. Is it made of rock? Yes. And uh, her mother has given her hints on what to ask, and she's like, ask if it's in the sky, and she's like, is it in the sky? And we're like, yes. And she's like, is it a mountain? And we're like, no. She's like, well, I don't know what it could be then. What else is big and made of rock and in the sky? They're like, well, what else is in the sky? I don't know. It was really funny. Uh, she eventually got it. We played another game called Spoons. I didn't care for that one. It's kind of like musical chairs mixed with matching cards. You get 4 cards. The dealer draws a card. If they keep it, they keep it. If they don't want it, they pass it to the next person. And if they do keep it, they have to remove a card from their hand and pass it to the next person. And I don't know why I'm doing that. I already discussed this with you, Lac. Stop digging the stones from under the spot where you're about to cover over anyways, alright? Just stop doing it. There's no point. So the last person in the chain is the discard person, and the first person in the chain is the dealer. And so you just keep looking at the cards, deciding whether or not to keep it, and passing a card along out of your hand. And so you're supposed to have 4 cards in your hand, and as soon as you get 4 of a kind, then you grab a spoon. And but there's 1 less spoons than there are a number of players. So whoever doesn't grab a spoon is out. And it'd have been one thing if we were sitting at a round table, maybe, where everybody was equidistant from the spoons, but I was kind of far away. Not that I guess I really cared whether or not I won spoons. But I mean, it was funny. I just, I'm not gonna go, hey, I saw this awesome game, let's go play spoons. And then we got out the Speed Yahtzee, which is the Yahtzee that's got you draw cards, and the cards indicate what dice you have to have. And there's like a big plastic dice on a base. Die. I guess that's a die. And you slap it down, and it tells you, or it counts down your time. And you gotta get what's on your card before the time runs out. I mean, if the time runs out, then you just you have to do whatever it says. And sometimes it's just lose a turn, give the dice to someone else, or the next person in line, Or sometimes it's like, take another turn, or um, draw 2 cards from another player, or draw 2 cards from the card deck and add them to your pile, or try again using a different card because you have to go with the card that's on top of your pile when you roll your dice. So that game was kind of fun. We play a lot of Yahtzee over there, though. I miss the days of when we played like complex board games like Twilight Imperium or Hero Quest or even Monopoly would be awesome. We haven't played Monopoly in forever. I love Monopoly. Well, I love Monopoly with altered rules. You know, my whole life growing up with Monopoly, we never did that thing where you're supposed to auction off the properties when you land on them. So if the person doesn't buy them, you're supposed to auction them off. We always just had the people move on their way, and then whoever lands on the square who can afford it buys it. Uh, which I guess the other way makes for shorter games, but I don't know. That auction thing just makes it seem cheap to me. All right, how we doing here? Let's go up on the hill and take a look at what we got done so far. I know just wandering around down here in the bottom is boring. Yeah, see, we're almost done cleaning out this side of the wall. That's awesome. Now, my plan for the other side is to get together some repeaters and set the whole thing off at once. That's my plan. And I'll just rig all my TNT together all along the whole ridge, and then we can stand down at the bottom and just watch the whole thing detonate. That's the plan for the TNT episode when we get that far. And like I said, I've got over a stack of TNT prepared for it. Short says he wants in on it, so he's got a bunch of TNT. We're gonna level that mountain behind this city because that's where the next level of building is gonna go. Let's see. Was there anything else that happened that I wanted to tell you about? Well, that's pretty much it. That was my New Year's. Oh, I watched the new episode of Sherlock, which is a British version of Sherlock Holmes. Honestly, wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. I really like the series, and I think it might be the best version of Sherlock Holmes I've ever seen. But this particular story was a little V for Vendetta for my taste. I mean, I really like V for Vendetta, but I've already seen it, so having a whole Sherlock episode based off of terrorists wanting to blow up the Parliament on Guy Fawkes Day seemed a bit, I don't know, mundane. Maybe, I don't know. All the rest of them were so good. Unless that's a Sherlock Holmes story. I haven't read them all. I know the first couple were supposed to be based off of specific stories. And, so maybe this is a story that Sherlock did, but I don't know. It really seemed like I'd seen the whole thing before. Of course, I'm also really sick, and that kind of drains the enjoyment out of things for me, so... although I did enjoy playing Minecraft all afternoon. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna finish getting this all cleaned out, and then finish off these walls, hopefully by... Hmm, when's our next episode? Monday. Oof, I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure I'll have enough time between now and Monday to finish this off and clean things up. So, alright, click like if you like, subscribe to be sure and catch the next one, and I'll talk to you later.